Good evening, all. The new My Little Pony releases tomorrow, and ElaineTheGamer and I have a watch party scheduled tomorrow night. I'm just putting these predictions out there for a grand I told you so afterwards. First, this new story is clearly emulating the Generation 2 setup of a more modern story rather than the high fantasy to steampunk setting that Friendship is Magic enjoyed. This seems appropriate, since Generation 4 was clearly a revival of the original series. Generation 5 bringing back number 2 makes sense. They also seem to be copying the low magic setup of Gen 2. From the trailer, we know unicorns have completely lost all magic, and the Pegasus City is on a mountain, not Cloudsdale. And our central protagonist is Sunny, an Earth pony. Then, interestingly, there's conflict and near total segregation between the three pony races. There might have been an even full-out race war. Yet, our heroes assemble a diverse team to go solve the disappearance of magic. Here's what I hope they don't do, but they probably will. Number 1. I hope they stick to their guns and keep a low magic setting, instead of having magic solve everything. Number 2, I really don't want Twilight or Celestia to show up at the end as a mentor. Number 3, please don't fix everything with a rainbow beam. 4, I really don't want Sunny to ascend to alicornhood. Last point first. The alicorns were intended to be little g gods. In Generation 4, Celestia is implied to be immortal, and she literally raises the sun each morning. You don't get to be more of an XP of Apollo than that, especially since her sister Luna is the goddess of the moon. The introduction of Cadence and Twilight confused things a bit. They ascended to be gods of love and friendship. Then, Flurry Heart confused things even further by being born as an alicorn, and not even needing to ascend. Each alicorn introduced dilutes the power and majesty that they're supposed to have. These are supposed to be gods, not celebrities. You can't just say alicorns are super rare, but every protagonist is an alicorn. Then you have the problem how, if this is a direct sequel, how the kingdom could become so fractured. Doing that comes into the same realm as Star Wars, where the sequels undermine the original because it shows all the work of the heroes came to nothing but endless war and suffering. Next, the Rainbow Wave. Attacking people with weaponized friendship was okay in the explicit high fantasy and somewhat superhero settings of Generation 4, where the entire theme of the story was friendship. But this also seemed like a threat. Stay friends, or you won't be able to use the only thing that has saved you from apocalypse time and time again. You couldn't have a falling out of the main cast, because that would eliminate the main plot. You couldn't branch out too much, because the circle of the elements was too closed by their destiny. I actually found the theatrical movie to be very satisfying, because the villain was defeated via genuine cooperation from the characters they met on the way. Not just, okay, everyone grab the magic artifacts, hold hands, and blast them. It feels like it would be cheating to introduce any of the high fantasy elements as a literal deus ex machina, or, given this franchise, dea ex machina. Plus, having Sunny become an alicorn god queen wouldn't eliminate the racial conflict by reminding everyone that they're one species. Destroying some big bad won't solve any of the fundamental problems that this setting appears to be based on. That's just not how things work. Now, perhaps, if all the groups have to come together, building a dam to stop a tsunami, or form a literal army to fight together, that might work. But the message would be diluted if an alicorn goddess is leading them. However, most importantly, keeping the setting low magic will help make this new generation a separate thing from the previous story. Now, I loved Friendship is Magic, but by Season 9 it was getting old. There's a reason they shook the format up so much with Season 8, introducing an entire separate cast in the school, and an entire separate genre in Equestria Girls. We need to do something different, not more of the same. Unfortunately, this is Netflix. I fully expect the group to go to some mountain highway, be greeted by Twilight, who for some reason can't fix anything. Sunny ascends to godhood, and then they destroy some demon king with a rainbow wave of weaponized friendship, and everyone saves the day. It's a formula. I don't expect Netflix to stray too far away from it. But at least we'll hopefully get some good tunes out of it. And I'll be doing a follow-up later this weekend to see if I'm elated or disappointed. Thanks for listening, y'all.